Now, do you love murder mystery style games or do you love escape room style games? Well, let's go check out four of the best franchises in these two genres. Let's start with murder mystery, but let's flip it on its head and play as criminals in the Master of Crime series from Cosmos. In particular, let's have a look at Masters of Crime Shadows. Now, you are trying to pull off the heist of the century in this game. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be stealing some artwork from this famous Amsterdam art gallery. Now, to do that, we're going to need a crew, and you're going to choose and select your best crew from a whole bunch of shady underworld figures. Once you've got your crew, how are you going to steal the artwork? You're going to need to stake out the art gallery, find its vulnerabilities. Then you're going to need to think about an escape plan. You're going to be doing all of that in this game. Now, the pros of this game, I love the fact that you'll be using real-world websites. You're going to need Google Maps, but there's also a whole bunch of puzzles in here that you need to figure out. Now, you can play this game solo or co-op. But the thing is, your choices shape the narrative. That's truly the best thing about this game. No heist is going to be the same depending on the different crew, the different way you're going to pull off the heist. Every move matters. Masters of Crime Shadows. So perhaps being a criminal isn't for you. Well, let's go check out being a detective in the Unsolved Case File series. Now, there's 7 games so far in this series, and this is the Harmony Ashcroft case. Now, in this series, you are going to be truly feeling like a detective. This is as real world as it can make you feel. You get a case file with a whole bunch of evidence in there that you need to go through. Now, you can go through solo or with a team of crime-loving buddies, but you need to solve who is the murderer. Now, in this particular case, we have someone who's been framed. Bones McBride has been framed. A whole bunch of newspaper articles that you need to read through. We've got a whole bunch of suspects here, autopsy reports, fingerprints, a whole bunch of evidence that you need to sift through to find out who is the true killer. If that doesn't make you feel like a detective, no game will. So maybe you're an escape room enthusiast. Well, I have a series of card games that'll be perfect for you. This is the Unlocked series of escape room games, and there's a whole range of games with varying difficulty on the back of them that's going to suit every single person. Now, you can get them in single games, you can get them in triple games, there's going to be themed versions of it, there's also going to be games that are specifically designed for kids. But the theme is exactly the same. Just like an escape room, you're trying to go through a story and trying to escape at the end. Now, there's going to be a whole range of puzzles, but if you've played one unlock, then you're going to know how to play every single unlock out there. The mechanics are going to be very similar. So what we have here is a series of cards. You've got red and blue ones. Once you have the right combination, you add them together, that's going to give you more cards. You're going to have a whole range of cards that are going to have different clues on there. You might have to look really close. There might be some intricate details in there. There might even be a particular number on there that might open up another card. Then you're also going to have a whole bunch of different problems to solve, a whole bunch of escape room puzzles that you know and love, but in a card format. Unlock is a great introduction to escape room games. And now we've got one more escape room for you to go check out, and that's going to be the Exit series of games. Exit the Game is another card game escape room style of games. Now, just like the Unlock series before this, there is a variety of games in this Exit franchise. The other thing that's really nice about Exit is they have these advent calendars, which are great as Christmas present ideas. Now, what does Exit do that's different to Unlock? Well, the main thing that's different is, while it's a card game escape room, they also have different features inside each box that are just a little bit different and unique and will help you solve some of the puzzles. Now, how do the puzzles work? Well, you have a whole range of riddle cards, and on those riddle cards, you're trying to get a 3-digit number. Once you think you've got that number, you put that number into your decoder ring here, then you can go check that particular answer card. Now, what if you're wrong? What if you're having problems? Well, each single riddle also has these help clues as well. So you can go through, try and get these clues. Plus also, if you're really struggling, there's also solution cards as well. So the Exit series is another great version of escape room style in a card game format. Now, the only thing that's very different to this Exit series is these are very much one-time use only. A lot of the times you might be ripping up cards, you might be writing on things, you might be ruining the game. So unfortunately, it's a one-time use only, and then you've got to get rid of it. A lot of the other games you can reset and resell onwards. So just something to know that's a little bit different about the Exit series of games. So there we have 4 different franchises. You have 2 mystery style games, you have 2 escape room style games. Now, hold on. Look, I know I've given you 4 series of games, but that's not enough in this video. What about a bonus 5th game? Now, this is going to be in the murder mystery style games, and it's one of the most unique games you will ever experience. I have for you MicroMacro Crime City. Now, MicroMacro Crime City gives us a big, large sheet of paper with, well, it's pretty much Crime City, and we need to solve a whole bunch of crimes. We have 16 crimes in the game to solve, all with varying difficulties. Now, the way it works is you're going to open one of these up, and you're going to go step through step trying to solve the questions. Now, this one here, what do we got? Gourmet Gabby. It's going to give us a whole bunch of questions that we need to go through. And the way we're going to do that is by looking at the piece of paper, finding that event, and then stepping back through time. Maybe perhaps there's some person we're chasing, and they're going to have multiple versions of that person, and you're going to be able to track their movements going back in time. Maybe it's a car we're tracking. Look, there's a whole bunch of things we need to go through, but we're looking through with a magnifying glass trying to find these people on this big doodly map. It's absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely great. And look, it's my 5th option for you. So now we've got a whole bunch of escape rooms. We've got a whole bunch of murder mystery style games. You've got enough games now to go out and try this with your friends. And one thing I will say, MicroMacro, really good for the younger kids. Some of the other games I mentioned today, bit too much for the younger kids. MicroMacro, perfect for the younger kids. So there we go. I have 5 series of games for you to go check out now. Anyway, that's all I have. Look, I'm Hogs. This is the Bangers Project. Laters.